I'm Carmen, Jared's mom, and in May, on the 21st, I think it was, I got a phone call from the school, and they told me that Jared had 103-degree fever and I needed to come and pick him up. The doctor said, well, a lot of viruses can cause fevers high fevers for several days at a time, but he looked at Jared and he could see Jared looked very pale and he looked very sick. And so he decided to do a blood workup on him. And about 30 minutes later, he came in the room and he said, "Mrs. Paget, can I see you in the other room?" And so that's when he told me that his counts were off and that we needed to send him over to the emergency room right away. The following morning, then they took him in to do a bone marrow aspiration, and he was diagnosed with T-cell ALL. So we began chemotherapy treatments right away, and Dr. Yim was Jared's doctor at Southern Memorial. And the induction phase is usually 4 to 5 weeks long, and so we started in right away with that. And within about 3 weeks' time, 4 weeks, I noticed that the team was getting really quiet. No one was really saying much. And Jared seemed to be getting sicker and sicker. And by the 5th week, they called us in to let us know that the leukemia was worse than when we had started, that he had more cancer cells in his bone marrow than when we had started. So they told us then that he would need a bone marrow transplant.
My life, since I've been diagnosed, mostly has been chemo, medicine, and unpleasant things. I actually failed the first phase, the induction phase, and then 2 rounds of a drug called Ara-C brought me up to remission, and that allowed me to get a bone marrow transplant. The bone marrow transplant was nothing compared to what I had already been through. There were sometimes I just wanted to quit. It was so hard.
It was awesome that Jared started to have something to really look forward to. He was really excited about being able to go on this fishing trip. And so then in September, beginning of September, we got to go on our Make-A-Wish trip. And it was very memorable, and it was awesome to see Jared smiling and being outside, and just the whole family together and just having fun, just like normal.
Right whenever I heard about it from the start, I wanted to do a fishing trip. It made me feel a lot better than I was feeling. I was really excited about it from the second I heard about it, because I love fishing. At the beginning, I didn't know my dog was going to come, but that was exciting. Our dog hates water, and she's a Labrador Retriever, and she's made to swim. Well, we got to go to Eagle Lake. We got to meet Ken. I really like Ken. He was really nice, and he showed us his boat. And then the next day, we went out fishing. We got to catch Eagle Lake trout that can only be caught there, no other place in the world. That was the day that I caught my biggest trout, the first and the biggest. The biggest one was at least 2.5 pounds.
After our trip, we came home, and a month later, we found out that we had a donor, and he was a match, and we went to San Francisco, and he had his bone marrow transplant. And now that's been almost 3 months, and Jared's doing well, and it's just a miracle. I would say that it's just such a blessing for these kids to have something so positive to look forward to when they have so many negative things going on in their lives.
Thank you. That's all I have to say. 1,000 times thank you.
Make a wish, say a prayer, don't be scared to dream. It can be anything, it's your gift. Make a wish.